welcome back to my channel. This is Cole, aka Trans-Spirit Indigo. I am a soul having a human experience. It happens to be transgender. What's going on, everybody? So I feel blessed to be sitting here outside, taking in some fresh air. I wanted to talk today about deep breathing. Now, deep breathing, there's a lot that goes into it, more than I ever thought that there really was before I studied up on it. I used to be a cigarette smoker. For almost 12 years, I smoked cigarettes every single day. And quite often, I felt anxious and told myself that a cigarette would make me stop feeling so anxious. Which is interesting because when we go to smoke cigarettes, it's very shallow breathing. It's very shallow breathing when we start. We go to grab this, I should say, not when we smoke. When we're looking for a cigarette, when we're about to light up, we're usually very shallow breathing, and we equate that cigarette as the deep breathing. You get the cigarette, you take that big inhale, you exhale slowly, you think you're enjoying it. It's so gross, and no offense to anyone who smokes, because again, I smoked for 12 years, but when you quit, it eventually you're just like, oh, how did I do that? So when you're looking for the cigarette, when you're having the light go off, oh, I want a cigarette, it's usually a shallow breathing, like if you were scared or anxious, like this, like, or if you were really freaking out and having a hard time, you usually breathe something like this, right? Right? Okay, so that's shallow breathing. So when you do deep breathing, this is before meditation, this is during yoga, this is when you're trying to calm down. It would be something like this, the deep breathing. For me, it's usually like an 8-second inhale and then pausing it for a couple seconds. And then, maybe a 10-second exhale. I'd like to share the seconds, but to be quite honest with you, I don't sit there and count. I just kind of feel it out. But just to give you an idea, it's like I like to do it about 3 times in a row before I go into meditation and grounding. But I'm bringing up the shallow and the deep so you could see the spectrum here. And I brought up the cigarettes because usually I would talk more about the meditation and that aspect of it. And it goes deep into the fact that if you get into the real esoteric and speaking with spirit guides and such in the angelic realm, the deep breathing helps to tap you into that. That's a little bit further down the road with explanation. But the cigarettes I brought up because I would love for everybody who wants to stop to be able to stop. And when I started looking into quitting cigarettes, I picked up a book that I'll leave the link below. I'll go find it on the interwebs for you. But it's called The Easy Way to Stop Smoking by CARR. It's from the 80s. Honestly, I did not read the whole book. I skimmed through it, but I still quit smoking cigarettes, so I'm going to let that one go. But it did help me a lot to stop, and one of the biggest ways it helped me is it changed my perspective about the way I thought about breathing. I didn't realize that I never thought about how there was deep breathing and shallow breathing, even though I'd heard about it. It was just something I didn't think about. I wasn't being conscious of it. I wasn't being aware of it. And that book helped me to open my eyes to the fact that when we do the deep breathing, it helps to calm us. Again, like I said, I'll get into it later about how it can help you tap into the spiritual realm. But we're talking about just being able to calm ourselves down. It's a big reason I smoke cigarettes is because I just had this constant sense of anxiety. I was constantly just, oh man, and the cigarette, well, plus, like, cigarettes are highly addictive, okay? There's a lot of chemicals in there that make you keep wanting it. It's more than the mind, but anyway, This video is more about breathing than just the topic of cigarettes, but when I changed my perspective on how I breathe and how that relates to cigarettes, and how if I chose to have the willpower and the strength to sit there and take a few deep breaths, just 3 in a row. I feel so much more calm, centered. And if you notice, I like to close my eyes as I'm doing it too. That's optional. But there's just so much truth in that, and calming down and taking a deep breath. I know when I was younger, when people told me to take a deep breath when I was angry, it would make me even more angry. I didn't understand the science behind it. I didn't know that simply by taking a deep breath, a few deep breaths, I would be able to calm down, to center. By taking a few deep breaths, I might be able to help myself with that craving for that cigarette. It's still difficult with the cigarettes, but I was able to quit them. And yeah, so I'm thankful for that. But today was just mainly talking about the deep breathing, and it's been a huge help for me in my life, and spiritually it's been a huge help. I like to start my day with a few deep breaths and meditation and prayer and grounding techniques, and ending the day with the deep breathing. It's incredible how life-changing just breathing, the way you breathe, can be, because we're all going to breathe, hopefully, right? If we're alive, we're breathing. But when we become more consciously aware of how we breathe, it's life-changing. I'm telling you. Like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, I'd laugh at myself and be like, okay, have fun with your deep breathing. And now I'm laughing like, oh, you just had no clue. Like, you just didn't understand. That's okay. Now I know. So I'm just going to magically appear with this cup of coffee. Oh, that's empty. Apparently I need some more. I'm going to go do that. And yeah, I guess the coffee kind of contradicts the vibe, but hey, you know, you got to keep moving. Everything in moderation, right? Oh, right on. I want to thank you once again for stopping by my channel. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe for more. And thank you for helping me to build this channel. This channel is LGBTQ friendly, and it is spiritually friendly. Y'all are welcome here, and I'm so thankful to have you and so thankful to meet everyone. Have a great day. Much love and blessings to you.